Well, I guess we got another minute, so I guess I could, talk about myself for this minute. I am not a long-term maker. I just started making stuff. My expertise is in making websites, and I specialize in e-commerce websites. So the tools that I mostly use to make my e-commerce websites are WooCommerce and WordPress. We are not having any workshops on WooCommerce or WordPress, but these are the other most used tools on the planet to make e-commerce websites. It's where we're going over Shopify, Etsy, and in a few weeks, we're going to go over another e-commerce platform called Ecwid. So that's me. Let's go along with the Zoom folks first, and then we'll go through the room here. So Linda, why don't you let us know about yourself?
Hi, I'm Linda, and I am a sculptor. I've been a sculptor since like the 80s. But right now I am focusing on making angels, and I use recycled materials to make them. My frame is out of wire, and then I use a glue, and then I paint, and I make my wings out of different things, buttons.
Got any around that you could show us?
Yes. Let me just scope.
It's all right. That'll be really neat to see.
Any angels around, Reed?
So we got Andy, we got Tracy, we got Kobe. Come on up. We got Anissa, did I say that right? Anissa in the room. Got some other folks and new faces. All right. Hi, guys. So we're just going around telling each other what we make and sell. And right now, Linda's finding her angel.
Is that an angel? Yeah, that's me.
Whoops.
Coming.
All right.
Sorry, I had my speaker on all the time.
So we just got a few more folks in. We're talking about it. Did you get it? Did you find one, Linda?
Yes, it's coming.
Okay.
It's in my workroom. My grandson's getting it for me. I'll show you.
So Kobe, how about yourself?
Hello, good morning. My name is Kobe Smith, founder of Kobe Enterprises, and I actually do clothing, meditation themed clothing and mindfulness themed clothing because I want to teach people about meditation, positivity, and just.
Sorry, I really want to hear what you said. Can you just repeat everything?
Yeah, no problem. So, hello, my name is Kobe Smith, founder of Kobe Enterprises. And what I do is merchandise that's themed around mindfulness and meditation. I meditate a lot myself. I'm in the process of getting certified to teach meditation. So I want to create clothing, that helps people out with their mental health and things of that nature. And I also want to, get into like the NFT space as well, because I am a graphic designer by trade. So I think that would also be another good revenue stream as well.
Very cool. Very cool. So do you have a source for your clothing for your meditation line?
Yeah, right now I'm doing it on this site called Teespring, but I want to learn more, obviously to learn more about, other platforms that might be more beneficial, like Shopify, things like that. So
Shopify has a third-party integration called Printable. And so they have stock t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, anything you can imagine that you could print on, and they'll do your fulfillment and shipping for you. So you design the shirt, they'll print it and send it to your customer.
Okay.
So that's something you should check out for the Shopify platform.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like you said, there's many options to source your clothing and whatnot. Anissa.
Sure. So my name is Anissa, and I'm working on some reading cards with science themes. I'm a scientist by training, and I want to get people to incorporate science more into their every day. So some of these notions are kind of like inspirational, and some are, whimsy. So that's what.
So same thing, printable could work with
Principle, yeah.
Shopify.
Yeah.
And how about you, ladies?
Hi, how you doing? My name is April, supporting with you guys, and for me, it is t-shirts and just products, promotional products for my business, or any different types of ideas.
Nice.
Interest, branding, so whether it's mugs, t-shirts, caps, this is for seeing how that can be facilitated.
Very nice.
Or the posters too.
Okay.
So that will be cool.
Very nice. Got some ideas for you, but how about you?
My name is Whitney. I do cosmetics. So it's any basic graphics, special effects, just a little bit of everything.
Okay. And are you guys selling now online?
I'm not. She has.
What are you using to sell? Okay, how's that working?
It's working pretty okay. I mean, keeps an analysis of, that comes on the site, as far as the session, paper trail, things like that. It's about emails, when you have promotion,
Yeah.
to people who subscribe, things like that.
Okay. Yeah, so Wix is up and coming as a competitor to Shopify with their e-commerce platform. I don't use it a lot, but I've heard very positive things. Just to get back to selling outside of Shopify with using those third-party people that they already make the posters, they make the mugs. So there's a couple websites I use, redbubble.com.
Redbubble?
Yep.
Okay.
Society6.com. That's the number 6.
Okay.
Zazzle. And Spoonflower. Those are the big ones. If you're really energetic, get on all of those platforms with your products. So last time when I did the Etsy workshop, I couldn't hear people on Zoom, and you guys were asking me about fees. A couple people were asking about fees. So I just wanted to recap like what all the fees are for each platform that we're talking about. And we have some really, to me, was upsetting news that just this month, Etsy has increased their transaction rate fee. So let's just talk about the Etsy fees. Does anyone remember when, because before we started recording, we talked about the fees. So Etsy is 20 cents per item to list it. That's a listing fee. So if you're selling a t-shirt that's comes in one color and one size, that's 20 cents. If it comes in 3 sizes and 4 colors, that's 12 transaction fees. So it'll cost you $1.20 to list that item. So the more, every time there's a variable, whether it's a color or a size, it's another 20 cents.
Oh.
That listing fee is it's valid for 4 months. So your product, you pay 20 cents when you sign up, and your product will stay on Etsy for 4 months. After those 4 months, Etsy will renew that fee on your credit card if you have auto renew turned on. By default, it is turned on. So that's just the listing fee. Then there's the transaction fee. So every time you sell a product, it was for many years 5% that they would take. It is now 6.5% of every transaction. So you really want to keep this in mind when you're pricing your products. You don't want to lose money. You want to make money. That is a pretty hefty fee. That's why people move from platforms like Etsy to platforms like Shopify or Wix, because there's not that egregious transaction fee. But the advantage of using Etsy is it's one marketplace, whereas Shopify is a billion websites online owned by a billion makers and sellers, whereas Etsy is one website. And people go there looking for handmade and unique items. So your audience is already there. It's a big advantage. So my suggestion is get on as many platforms as you can and see where you're selling the most and where you're making the money the most. And I know that's a lot of legwork, but there's a lot of different advantages for all of these different systems. Along with the 6.5%, there's another 2.9% credit card processing fee. So by the time you're done, you're paying 10% of your product to Etsy. Okay, so that's Etsy. Shopify. Does anyone have any idea what Shopify costs? So Shopify has monthly plans. So they start at, what they want to tell you is they start at $29. You see the screen? $29 is where they start. That's your basic plan. That's what most people have. $79, you get more stuff. $2.99 is if you're an enterprise, someone like Staples who has multiple stores, they actually use Shopify. That's their enterprise cost. And then they probably have more fees because they have a lot more products. But if you look at the small print down here, there's a Shopify Lite version. And that Lite version is $9 a month. So what is Shopify Lite? Well, you don't get a Shopify website. That's if you already have another website.
Did you share your screen to Zoom?
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I'm going to share my screen. Are we on? Are we on? No, I thought we were. Oh. All right, so now they can only see these faces. Okay. Can you guys see the Shopify? I don't think so.
Share the Shopify.
Yeah.
Go back to share.
Sorry. I just want to get everything, like everything. All right, so here's the, can you guys see this? Kobe, Linda? Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Down here, Shopify Lite, $9 a month. That gives you the ability to manage your products on Shopify, but you don't get a website. They'll give you a buy button. So that buy button can be embedded anywhere you can imagine, even on social media. You can get some apps that will convert HTML code so you can show that buy button on social media. So if you already have a website, who has a website? You could just pay that $9 a month and you could list your products in Shopify and you could copy the code. It'll give you the code and you can just paste it wherever you want. You can email it to your friends, your lists. So that's that plan. All right, so let's just talk about one more fee, one more platform is the WordPress and WooCommerce combination that I spoke about. And WordPress is an open source software, and that means it's free. It's made by the community and it keeps getting better and better. And it is the most popular platform in the world to make websites. You have to have it hosted. So you host WordPress on a typical website host like Bluehost or GoDaddy or DreamHost, and these guys are all about, or SiteGround. These guys are all about $5, $6 a month, and it's cheaper if you buy longer terms. But so those are your fees for using WordPress. And that just requires a little bit more technical skill. And the downfall is you don't have someone you can call 24/7, which you can with Shopify. If you're having any problems, getting your website up and running, or if something breaks, your payment gateway's not working right, you need help with shipping, you can call them. WordPress, you just have to Google it and read the abundance of forums online. So those are the basic platforms. Those are the fees. Another big advantage of paying that monthly fee with Shopify is you get free tools. You don't even have to pay Shopify to have these free tools. So I'm on the home page for Shopify, shopify.com, and we have 4 tabs to the left, 3 tabs, and a button on the right. So that's what they want you to do, is just automatically, they'll just keep trying to get you to sign up for that trial. That trial is 14 days and then it's done, and then you lose everything. So if you're just testing it, don't spend too many hours. If you really want to pursue Shopify, you would want to pay for that before this trial ends, so you can keep all your work. But it's kind of cool that you get to test it out before paying for it. Under the Learn tab, there are so many things going on here. There's this Help Center. The Help Center has a lot of different articles on how to do everything, how to start your store. It even has topics of business topics. Actually, this Help Center is more technical about Shopify and how to use its tools. There's another section where it's all business courses. So on the Learn tab, business courses, you don't even have to sign up for Shopify, and you get to watch all of these courses. So essential learning about just business, SEO, could be pricing your products, turning your hobby into a business. A lot of valuable information in that tab. Along with the free courses, there's guides you can read. There's the Shopify Community, which is a huge forum of people just discussing their experiences, asking each other questions. So if you have a question and you don't want to wait on hold for a support person, you might want to put it in the forum as well. You can also create a group or connect with another group for people that either are near you. You can connect with other New Haven sellers, or you can connect with t-shirt vendors throughout the world. Then there's events. There are networking opportunities online or in person for Shopify people. And then there's a blog. So the blog is just a resource of many, many, many articles, and you can search the blog if you had a question about shipping. There's a lot of different information available for every aspect of e-commerce and selling online in this blog section. And then there is podcasts. So if you don't feel like reading, there's 2 main podcasts that Shopify puts out: Vanguard and Masters, the Shopify podcast. So those are really interesting, and they also interview a lot of different makers and sellers and about their successes on Shopify. So that's the Learn tab. Very very valuable information just under that one tab, and you do not have to sign up to use any of that. So do we have any questions from anyone? Any comments? Sure.
There was packaging, I know Shopify was doing that platform or like a go-to place where you really make like unique branding and sort of like selling it, or receiving it.
So that's a good question. So packaging. There's a lot of different options for packaging, and I'm actually going through this process myself, learning, understanding what the best way to package. And what I'm doing is I'm going on YouTube and watching unboxing videos. And people are saying where they got their boxes, where they got their stickers, where they got their poly mailers. If you just want to go right to a source, a good source for packaging, branded packaging is Sticker Mule, stickermule.com. In the least, I would start with getting your logo on a sticker and putting that sticker on your box or your product. But they also have these branded custom mailers, so you can actually get your logo. They're not cheap, but once you start getting some sales, you might bump up your presentation, and this is a really impressive way to deliver your product in a custom branded poly mailer. So that's Sticker Mule. Anybody else have any ideas on how to present and ship their products? Yes.
As far as the ideas and, as far as ideas,
Avery, good.
like when I first launched my business, like Staples was a great help, like, you with the packages, and you like present your ideas, and you can help out,
Oh, nice.
as far as like, clear one, different size, like Staples.
Yeah, love that.
You can really like.
They have one here. They have a couple crickets here, right, Rose?
Yeah, we got
It'd be awesome.
Yeah. So Whitney was just telling us about two sources she used for stickers and ideas for packaging. She went to Staples and they helped her out. And Avery.com is actually a place that I buy my labels from too. You could either have printed, they can print labels for you, or you could just buy the label stock, the label paper for your own printer, which is what I do because I'm also a graphic designer. And I bought a laser printer. So, it's a little bit of money up front, but I like to change my mind a million times. And if I keep ordering stickers from an online source, I'm going to be wasting time and money. Shipping. So
Is there a preference? You said you have, because I have inkjet printers. Is there a preference in terms of like laser printer? Is there a specific reason why you?
anybody have any thoughts on that? So the two top laser printers you could buy are Epson or HP. HP better for text, Epson better for color and photographs. They're both excellent devices. There are a cheaper third runner-up to those guys is Brother. And Brother, you can pay probably, I would say 60%, 40% less than the HP or Epsons. So if you go to Staples, they have some Brother items, laser printers, they're about $100, $150.
Your preference for labels, you're saying get the Epson then?
Epson, I have an HP and I love it, but Epson is better for if you're going to print out a lot of full color imagery, and they're just better with color management. Okay, so we went through the Learn tab, and so what they want you to do is click the email address, get started, and I went through that process myself. So once I got in there, they asked me just a few questions about who I am, what my business is, what I plan to sell, and then I just get to this page. And then it's kind of like you go down the line. And of course, the second item is the plan. They just keep wanting you to choose a plan and pay. So once you click choose a plan, you'll get to this page. And you'll sign up. Before you sign up, you can't share your store. You can't have people buy products on your store. It's password protected. No one can see it. But you could give that password to someone else if you want them to look at your store.
Is the Shopify Light there? In the payment?
Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't see it. They try to hide that light, don't they? Yeah, down at the bottom. Remove online store. So yeah, you can remove your store and you just get the buy button functionality.
Mhm.
So does anyone use TikTok? So TikTok is, I just read, is the #1 platform to share products with for engagement. What's cool about TikTok is you don't have to be famous to get seen. So the algorithms are different than Instagram and Facebook. So you could put a 20-second video about your new t-shirt or your product or your makeup and hashtag it and link back to your store that way. And you can even embed that buy button to your TikTok profile. So
I found out on TikTok, you don't like having your image on the screen, which I'm not really fond of. You can just have a 20-second movie of some panels that change it.
oh, neat.
You know, like a PowerPoint or your Twitter feed, you just like screenshot it. And I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't-
Oh, that's cool. I need to use TikTok more.
I need to get on it. My brother has been hounding me for a year.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want my face on it. And he's like, you can do this.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay. So yeah, you don't have to put your face on TikTok. And they have video generators for you, video makers, I believe.
Yeah, you could just put 3 images and just have it looking at those 3 images for the 20 seconds.
Okay.
And that's a movie.
Cool. So that helps me get to my next thing to show you is under the Learn section in the free tools. There are a lot of different free tools here, but the one that I wanted to show is the video maker. Oh. So there is somewhere in here, oh here, online video maker, create a video. So again, you don't have to be signed in to use this. But so you could just select a template. You could add your own images. And it'll generate this little slideshow that's essentially a video, and you could customize the text, and then you could save it and you could put it on your social media with a link back to your product or your site. And you could also use it within Shopify to as one of your own videos. So videos are very important for engagement. The statistics show that more products sell if they have a video associated with it, and people really want to see lifestyle videos that product in situ where you could see it being used, worn, how it dangles, how it sways, all that stuff you can't really show in a photograph. So that's the video maker. There's another whole section of, if it's in here, of images. So there are free stock images within Shopify where you don't have to go out to other sources and buy any stock images. There's a pretty good library of images here. And if I could find it. Sources. I'll find it at some point. But even if I'm in,
I just typed in stock, you get free, browse free stock.
thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. A little bit first.
Burst. Okay, it's called Burst. Find free high quality photos on Burst. So Burst is Shopify's. You see the URL up top, burst.shopify.com. And so you can also become a contributor. And if you're a photographer, you could upload your images and get your name around the community or the world that way. But this is a good place to just search for if you're a candle maker. There's some nice background images. There's some ideas. You don't have to use these. It could just give you ideas of how to shoot your own stuff. But these are good for, there's backgrounds, there's banner images in Shopify. There's areas you can add a featured image. It doesn't have to be a big, huge image of your product. It could be a picture of something calm to evoke the, the mood you're trying to convey if you're selling meditation type of clothing. So that's the Burst. So there's collections and there's also business ideas. So this is a cool thing that if you like sell makeup and cosmetics, you could click here and it gives you a photo kit. So you might not be able to use all the photos, but if I just click download, it of course wants your email address, and then it'll give you a zipped file. That is under Burst, but it's under business ideas. So business ideas, click on a certain industry. Yeah, I mean, you could just start backwards here where you want to sell something and you don't know what it is. This will give you a lot of ideas. So this zip file is still downloading. So they really make it kind of easy for you to have all the resources you need to put together a nice website. I would look at these for just positions and how other people are shooting their products, like this Sell Tea Online. And then just look at the way people are framing their images. And the filters they're using, because you could see that this particular set, there's this kind of vintage filter where it's kind of reducing the vibrance of the colors to give it a cohesive look through all the images. This Burst is a really good resource for just photography fundamentals. Anyone have any questions? Comments, tips? Yes. Awesome. April's mentioned Pexels. So Pexels.com. These are all free. Yeah. So yeah, you put in the search, like if a candle, there's usually like a promo area and then the free area. Pexels, good source. Anyone else know any good free sources for free images? They even have some videos. Unsplash. And am I going too fast? Unsplash is another place that you can get free images for. And if you don't have Photoshop and you need to resize your image for your particular layout, there's pixlr.com, and it's free. It's a free version it's not Photoshop, but it really tries to mimic it. So you can go in there, crop your image, add a filter, play around, pixlr.com. But I did notice that in Shopify, it also has a free image cropper at least. So under those, thank you, Canva is great for images, and you can even design full ads with animations, text, and videos. What is it? Love icons. Good, I never heard of this one. Nice. Icons 8. And so back at Shopify, the free image editor is just under that learn, free tools. And then there's a image resizer here. So when you finally get your free trial up and running, you could go down the line and just answer all the questions that it asks or prompts you to. Look for the green button. It wants you to add a product or select a plan. So if you don't know what you want to sell, you can find products, and you can sell products that are already out there, and you could just make a commission by building your own store selling other people's products. So you can add your product, and when you add your product, people who know me know that I'm a geek about SEO, and it's really important that you get this stuff right, or you get it to where it could be searchable. It wants to be, your title wants to be what the product is. It wants to be what the person's going to put in the Google bar when they search for you. So if it's just like what they have, short sleeve t-shirt, I don't think that's a good title. Science themed fun t-shirt, or fun v-neck, v-neck. So if someone only wants v-necks, they might only search with that term. So be pretty hyper vigilant when it comes to your titles. You want to do a lot of research up front about keywords and what your customers are searching for. So when I talk about keywords, if there's a couple ways to do some keyword research, but if you're selling a candle, I don't have my history. Just put in the search bar some terms and look at what people are putting in their titles. These are title tags that Google is seeing, but this is what Google's going to look at for your products. Yes.
Let's say that find a keyword. Should you possibly make that the name of your store?
Your keyword, you should have a keyword in your store. You should have what you're
If I
selling.
find out what the keyword is that people type, could that possibly be the name?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you want to check that it's not taken.
Yeah,
And they have there's some research tools here to see if your business is taken under. Start your business. Under the start menu, they'll go through the motions of asking you if you, there's some domain checking, that's in the learn section. There's a domain checker there. Yes, but so back to that title. So, yeah, so that's your title. That's where you want a lot of keywords. Then you write as much descriptive text as you can. Spend some time on this and add your images here. Add your price. You don't have to add a SKU. If you have a lot of products, you might want to start giving them a SKU for your own tracking purposes. And they want you to add the weight of the product and some other information. And if it has different sizes or colors, you can add the options here. And because I have nothing in my description, there is now it's showing you what it's going to look like in Google. So it has some tools to help you with your search engine optimization. And pay close attention to your URL. URL is going to be the name of the product. So the more things that match, the more points you have in Google for coming up. So let it give you the URL itself automatically, but make sure you have keywords in your title. So, and then you could add collections and many other information. And if you have a lot of candles that have different or different products that have like the same ingredient, you can start tagging your product. So if someone wants to find your makeup that comes in a certain color, or a certain t-shirt, certain color, you can tag your products by their descriptors so people can search that way. So adding this stuff is the easy part. Coming up with what it is and how much it is the more. Also encourage you to offer free shipping to your customers. So you want to take that into consideration. So if you're going to have free shipping, I would figure out what the shipping cost for that item. And you can do that in a few ways. You can go to USPS.com, put in the height, weight, and width, and where you're shipping it to, and get a couple different locations, get an average of what that costs to ship, or just ship it out yourself to someone that's, someone in a different part of the country or even locally. So you get an idea of what that costs to ship, and then add that cost into your product and then offer free shipping. You don't have to do it that way, but statistics show that people like free shipping, and they usually choose products that have free shipping. Did someone say something? Let's just go.
Can I ask a question about
Yes.
shipping?
Yes, I might not know
This
it.
is probably a really stupid question, but what exactly is drop shipping?
Drop shipping is a technique where someone else ships for you. So just like we were talking about with these companies like Printable or Zazzle or Society 6, they're drop shippers. So someone goes on your website, orders a mug with your design, they're shipping it, but it makes it look like it's coming from you.
So they're fulfilling the order,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to do labor, right? Like when they go get a second drop shipping, they even put it together, right? They create it, you put it in the design, and then when it's ordered, then it's facilitated to whoever ordered it, you know?
So how do they make the product or how do they get it?
If I'm not mistaken, you design, so like, let's say hypothetically you want to do a shirt. You would go on to one of the drop ship sites, they have like examples of what they have, you would design it on there, we will upload the design. And then let's say I go on your site, right? And Sarah's site, right? Go on Sarah's site and I go and I purchase your candle or your shirt. Once I do that, then they fill the order, then they ship. But if I'm not mistaken, they then get more of a percentage of your.
Right, yeah.
It's not like, you get, it's like basically you have a partnership.
Yeah. On those sites, they take a good,
Yeah,
They take a good
percentage.
chunk.
You might as well just do it yourself. I mean,
Well, if you don't want to be worried, like I have
Right.
on Cafe Press, I put a design and then people can put it on a T-shirt or a hat. And then once in a while, I'll get 20 cents.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing anything.
right.
So it depends on how invested. you are.
Can you guys hear everyone? We're talking about drop shipping. Do you guys have any experience with that? Well, so yeah, some people store the product. You could bring your own product to a fulfillment house and they'll ship it out for you. But so there's a couple different ways it works, or they do everything. So I use drop shipping. People think that I'm a print shop. I send printing items to my customers. It has my address on it, and I didn't touch it. I don't even know what it looks like. So hopefully it looks good.
like, I love it. You're like,
Well,
"Great."
yeah, they're like, I love it. You're like, that's great.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but it's good to buy some stuff. I started on Society 6. I put my products on and I bought some of my own products to see the quality.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So then again, you don't know what they could get, right?
Right. I wish I brought some samples, but
What about Vista Print too?
Vistaprint, another good source.
You know, like,
Do they do drop shipping?
Yes.
They do? Oh, I'm not sure. I know they do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
so-
you get,
Yeah, I think, yeah.
they have a advanced tier of reseller, the reseller tier.
If you want to use like Upwork or like Freelancer or like Fiverr, those are really good, like, websites to, if you're looking for additional services, right? Whether you need help with graphics, right? Because as any small business owner, we all have to, listen to
Yep.
this workshop, and she said this cute, like 500 hats. It is true, right?
Yeah.
But it was also
Can
too,
do
like,
it.
relieving because you could get overwhelmed, feeling like, man, like I don't have enough of, I need to do, but then when you recognize that, okay, I need to wear these hats, and you realize, okay, you know what, show yourself some grace because like, let me find, but then
Right.
facilitate that in the best way that you can.
So April's talking about hiring someone on sites like Fiverr or
Or like freelancer.
Freelancer, Upwork. You could find even local people
Upwork.
that you can work with, and you could Fiverr, you could get a design job for, they call it Fiverr because could
Used to
start
be
at $5.
It's not $5.
No, I know.
It's like 7
It's
or.
like 5 times 12.
Oh,
But so the last thing I want to show you, aside from all that technical stuff that you will figure it out as you go along, is if you're confused or you don't know what you want your store to look like, on the homepage of Shopify, you could scroll down and And it gives a couple different, it gives many examples. I don't know why my page isn't loading. And it also interviews people. Sorry, everyone. We just had a technical difficulty. I'm now at someone else's computer because my main one went down. But I was just about to wrap up, and I was just going to show you that on the homepage of Shopify are a lot of examples of customers' websites that they made. So if you click on those, it'll give you a good idea of how you can make yours look. Does anyone have any other questions?
I have an angel. You want to see?
Can't hear. Oh, uh-oh. Can't hear Linda.
Yeah, can you hear me? Am I muted?
Hold on. Say it again. One more
I
time.
said I have an angel, if you want to see it.
No, we have no volume here. Could you put it in the chat?
Okay.
Kobe, you have any questions? You're good?
Yeah, I'm good. I took a lot of notes.
Nice.
Thank you.
It looks good, but I can't hear you. I can't hear anyone.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. What do we have? If anyone has any further questions, you could email me, and I'm going to put my email in the chat. It's chris@fusionprintdesign.com.
Here's one of my
There's
angels.
your angel. Oh my God.
One of them.
Everyone. Oh, that's beautiful. That is here. Everyone wants to come over and see this.
Oh, wow, that's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that is really nice. Thank you for showing us.
Thank you. That's one of them.
All right. Well, thanks, and see you all in a couple weeks. I hope you come for for my next workshop.
Okay. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.